This is a story about how, when I was a little young pick me, I got scammed by somebody in, where is this? Somebody in Nigeria. Yes. Um, I was around 16 years old, and at this point, I was buying and selling phones for the banter. I was going through a time where I was, going through a lot of phones in terms of I would try a Samsung phone, I would try an iPhone, I would try a Sony Ericsson phone, I would try a Sony phone, and I remember I went to CEX when I was around, yes, early when I was 16 years old, and I said, you know what, I really want to try a Sony Xperia phone. And I heard the cameras were better, that they were good. So I thought, you know what, today's the day I'm getting a Sony phone. I went to CEX, KEX, as it's called here in the UK. And I bought it. It cost me around £200 back in the day. And for me, back then, that's a lot of money on a phone. £200 on a Sony phone. I'm like, and back then I was working, but very like, more like part-time when I wasn't really studying. Now I do some jobs. But I bought it. I used it for about a month or two, and I bought this as a second phone in terms of I already had a Samsung phone at this point in time. It was more of I wanted to just see if I can enjoy it. My logic was I can buy it, test it out. If I don't like it, I can sell it. Maybe I'll make a £10, £20 loss. It's fine. It's worth it for me. So what I did then was I used to sell quite a lot on eBay. So I thought I was good at PayPal, thought I was good at eBay. And oftentimes when I sold on eBay, there was no issues, no complaints, no disappointments. And I thought I was pretty tech savvy. I used to watch TV shows about people being scammed, and I'm like, how do people fall for this stuff? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I remember when I got the message. So it was an auction, actually. It was an auction. I put an auction in place, and it was getting some bids, actually, like £30 bids, £40. I think it reached about £110, and I had about a day left on the auction. And before the auction ended, he messaged me saying, "Hey, I really like this phone. I want to buy it. I will," because I put buy now or auction. So I'm like, can I do the buy now option? I'll pay the full £200, but I want it shipped to me urgently. And I'm like, okay, the shipping costs, is gonna be extra. He's like, don't worry about it. I'll send the money for the extra amount for shipping. So I'll pay £200 plus, I think I put £30 for shipping. And he's like, yep, that's fine. I don't really care. Go. And I'm like, wow, he wants to pay more than I paid for this. Because I paid £200 and the shipping is extra. But anyway, because at that point I'm like, you could get a slightly better quality if you, on eBay, if you paid 220, 230 with free shipping as well. So I'm like, this guy does not know what he's talking about. So I thought, wow, I'm going to cancel the auction now because there's guaranteed money coming in. And he said, listen, I'll send you the PayPal payment right now. And I'm like, oh, wow, perfect. And I said, I will not ship anything until I see the amount pending. So he sent the payment through PayPal. I saw £230 into my PayPal account, and I'm like, he's being serious. He's for real. Okay. So, little odd me, because at this point, I didn't use the PayPal enough to get the money withdrawn immediately. So it will be pending for about 28 days, 29 days. Then after it's pended, it would then show into my account. So it's kind of like a check in a way. So he sent the payment, it said pending. So in the past, when I saw pending, within a month the money is back into my account. So I never had the issue with that. I thought if it's showing in my account that it's my money in PayPal. So I saw that it was pending. I'm like, perfect. I then go to the post office. Actually, no, he sends me his address, and it's like a PO box, and I'm like, there's no home address. It's like a PO box, this number, and I'm like, I've never shipped to a PO box by the post. Oh, not by the post, by the ports. So the UK is an island, so we have Portsmouth, Southampton, all these coastal areas. So it was like a PO box by the the coast, so that it would get forwarded on. So I'm like, oh, by the way, I've seen the address. It's I don't see any UK address on this. It's like, don't worry, it's a PO box. I'm getting it shipped abroad. So I'll take care of the import taxes, everything. Just send it over through PO box. The money's in your account now, so it shouldn't be a problem. So me being like, okay, why should I care about what somebody else would do with the phone? It's not my problem. It's been sent abroad. Maybe they really can't get a Sony phone in whatever country this guy was from. Um, and then I'm like, okay, where's it been sent to? He's like, oh, it's been sent to Nigeria, so it's gonna be sent. And he's like, I do this all the time, so I buy a lot of quality kits from the UK because the quality in Nigeria is not as good. So I'm like, okay, that's a reasonable, case. He must be somebody with money. So I'm like, fine, whatever. So me being me, I go to the post office, young me. I use my own money, like extra money. So this is not money I've got yet. It's the PayPal money still pending. So I use my extra pocket money I had to ship the phone out to the PO box. I did it first class, recorded, and I'm like, here's a tracking number. It's been sent. Thank you for your business. Happy days. And he said, thank you. So I'm here waiting, and then he messages me. He said, okay, I can see it's been received at the post office, and so we're talking like a normal transaction. And I think after a week or so, he comes back saying, I've got the phone. Thank you very much. And I'm like, oh, happy days. Happy days. Cool. 3 weeks go by. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, why would he pay full price? Like, that makes like more than full price. And why get a second-hand Sony phone from the UK? That actually makes no sense. And after a month passes, I'm like, okay, time to log into my PayPal to get the amount. I log into my PayPal, I see zero. Like, there is no amount pending. It's just saying zero. And I'm like, oh, maybe PayPal updated the website. Maybe it's now in a different location. Maybe PayPal, because what I had to do in the past is I have to go into PayPal, add my bank details, and then withdraw the PayPal amount into my bank account. So I thought maybe it's, I only have one card on PayPal, so maybe it automatically put it into my, account. I check my account in my bank, no money. I'm like, I get a sinking feeling now, like a little sinking feeling, like what's going on? I then decide, you know what, fine. Let me then just triple check the history. And I checked the PayPal history. It showed the money was pending. And then it said, I think it said cancelled or returned. So he was cheeky. He said that when he sends the payment through, he's going to put it through as like friends and family kind of thing. And I'm like, okay. So because it was still pending, he was able to what do you call that, withdraw the amount back, so the payment never went through properly. I don't know how he did it properly, but that's how I got scammed. And I'm like, so now I have no phone. I paid for it to be shipped to Nigeria, and I've had this sinking feeling like, wow, I'm so stupid. And the truth is, I've never told anybody about that. Honestly, I didn't tell my family, my friends. I just took it at the chin, and I'm like, this is it. So, yep, that's the story of how I got scammed. And ever since then, I've been more diligent. Whenever I sell something, I want cash up front or money paid into my account until it shows in my account. But yeah, that's the story. But what do you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace. Sad story, honestly. £200 in the bin.